finding that delicate balance is more crucial than ever. AGFTC CA Dr. Vishwesh Shah sir and President ITBA CA Sridhar Shah sir to escort our Honorable Mr. Justice Jayantbhai M. Patel and Honorable Shri Satish Sharma sir onto the dais along with the dignitaries CA Kenan Satyavadi sir, Advocate Diresh Shah sir, CA Bakul Shah sir, Advocate Ashutosh Thakkar sir, Advocate Mrudang Vakil sir. We welcome you all onto the dais. On behalf of the organizers, I welcome one and all to the two-day tax conclave on direct and indirect taxes 2025, organized jointly by the Gujarat Federation of Tax Consultants and Income Tax Bar Association, Ahmedabad, along with the conclave supporters. Our chief guest and guest of honor, Honorable Mr. Justice Jayantbhai M. Patel, former Justice Gujarat and Karnataka High Court, and our guest of honor, Honorable Shri Satish Sharma sir, Principal Chief Commissioner of Income Tax Gujarat, in spite of their busy schedule, have graciously agreed to be present here on the occasion. Sir, we are really privileged to have you amongst us today. The two-day tax conclave has been the result of persistent efforts of All Gujarat Federation of Tax Consultants, founded in 1992 by veteran, the first and only apex regional body of tax advocates and chartered accountants of Gujarat, with present strength of membership more than 1,500 individuals and institutional members with representatives from all the districts of Gujarat, aim to deliver justice to the taxpayer without any extraneous consideration. The prime objective of the Federation is to penetrate at the grassroots level and render services to tax professionals and taxpayers. Open house to redress grievances of taxpayers in tax professionals are also organized by the Federation. This event has been possible due to the consistent efforts of our ever dedicated CA Sridhar Shah sir, President ITBA, who aimed for a flawless integration of key components that would leave an indelible mark on everyone at this event. I request sir to please come forward and address the gathering. Sridhar Shah sir. Ladies and gentlemen, please give sir a big round of applause and welcome him to the podium.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Very good morning.
Yes. So it's my honor and privilege to welcome our esteemed chief guest, Honorable Justice Jayantbhai Patel, Honorable PCIT Shri Satish Sharma, officials from Income Tax Department, dignitaries both on the and off the dais, and all the participants who have come from across the state to this grand event, which is called Two-Day Tax Conclave 2025. This marks the 6th year of this prestigious event where knowledge truly takes the front seat. The theme of this year's conclave, in my view, can be the best summed up as learn, unlearn, and relearn. In the fast-changing world of taxation, we as tax professionals must constantly update ourselves. For us, learning is the only way to stay ahead, and the tax conclave serves as the valuable platform for that pursuit to continuous learning. However, in the world we find ourselves in today, it's not just about acquiring new knowledge. It's also about letting go of outdated ideas and embracing new ones. With the frequent changes in tax laws, we must also unlearn some of the concepts we have grown accustomed and relearn what's relevant in the future. As I stand here, I feel immense pride that what we as an association has achieved. We have created a culture that inspires and ignites the inner talent of so many professionals through initiatives like our knowledge sharing platforms, webinars, and IT mirrors, we are empowering a vast number of tax professionals to continuously contribute. It is remarkable to see how the collective knowledge we share reaches a larger audience, amplified through our members and our growing digital presence on social media. Organizing such a large-scale event requires tremendous efforts, and I must take a moment to sincerely thank our entire team. Applause for them for a... Yeah. And I'm saying it from bottom of my heart for carrying out such a monumental task with excellence. Your dedication and hard work is what make this conclave very special and possible. As the world continues to move towards advanced technologies, I am pleased that we have tried to integrate some technology this time in this event. While there may be some limitations, we are committed to improving and adopting more technological advancement in future events to stay relevant in this digital age. In conclusion, it's my urge to each one of you to make most of these 2 days. Engage in meaningful learning, build your network, and take full advantage of opportunities provided here. I wish you all a fruitful and enriching experience. Thank you and happy learning.
You have definitely taken it. Learning is not attained by chance. It must be sought after with ardor and attended to with diligence. And the mantra that Sir has given, learn and relearn, will definitely be a big takeaway for today. Thank you, Sir. I would now take the opportunity to welcome CA Dr. Vishwesha, Sir, President AGFTC, whose hard work and directional leadership has been instrumental in converting this conclave from a dream to reality. I request Sir to please address the gathering. Let's welcome him with a big round of applause.
Good morning to all of you.
Very good morning.
Today's chief guest, Honorable Justice Jayantbhai Patel sir, former Justice of Gujarat and Karnataka High Court. Today's guest of honor, Shri Satish Sharma sir, Principal Chief Commissioner of Gujarat. Other officers from the Income Tax Department and GST Department. Dignitaries on the dais, galaxy of eminent speaker and brain trust trustees, galaxy of past president of Income Tax Bar Association and all Gujarat Federation of Tax Consultant, office bearer of the all other association sister concerns, managing committee member of both the association, last but not the least, delegates from all over the Gujarat. Without your support, this event doesn't success. Today I am very excited and feeling proud on this 6th Today Tax Conclave. Basic reason behind it is today I am the president of the AGFTC. And when first Today Tax Conclave started, I am president of the Income Tax Bar Association. Which is our dream project for both the association to organizing, and we take chance with my best friend Dhruven Shah, which is the president of the AGFTC, and other two friends Kartikeya Shah and Ashutosh Thakkar, and after it will get support from the each and every person, and you are see the height of this event. I am thankful to all the president of both the association for last 5 years who continue our vision and legacy and give me chance again to stand up before you. Our primary motto on this 2-day tax conclave is to share knowledge of eminent speaker all over India with a minimal cost of all tax professional, whether it is chartered accountant, advocate or tax consultant. So we are organizing Mahakumbh of Education, and which comes every year in the month of March. So please plan accordingly. Your schedule, we also take care of marriage season and due dates. In this Kumbh, people bath and they are relieved from the karmas and get moksha. Such a way, our AGFTC this year's slogan is Sa Vidya Vimukte, means education is power to moksha. Ultimately, our motto is for this tax conclave is only education, nothing else. So we cut short many formalities and follow strict time schedule. We are happy that in each and every painful position, we are outcome from it with the blessings of God and visionary leaders, able guidance. Even in Corona, we organize it and success. But after all this program can't success without of you. So once again, I welcome all of you from my bottom of heart. Thank you. Happy learning.
Your views, and we are sure this Mahakumbh, as you have described, will benefit each one present here. I now request the enthusiastic Chairman, Convention Committee, C.A. Bakul Shah sir, to welcome the gathering. Sir, please move forward. Let us all put our hands together.
Dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. હમણાં જ મહાકુંભ પૂરો થયો. જે નસીબદાર હતા એ બધા ત્યાં ડૂબકી મારીને ત્રિવેણી સંગમમાં ડૂબકી મારીને પોતાની જાતને ધન્ય કરી. હવે એક બધા કુંભ તો અર્ધકુંભ, મહાકુંભ, પૂર્ણકુંભ બધા 3, 6, 9, 12 અને 144 વર્ષે આવે છે. પણ આપણો આ જે જ્ઞાનનો કુંભ છે એ તો દર વર્ષે આવે છે. એટલે આપણો છઠ્ઠો આ કુંભ છે. આપણા જ્ઞાનના કુંભમાં ડૂબકી મારીને આપણે સૌએ ધન્ય થવાનું છે. એક નીરજ કરીને છે, ભાવનગરના છે, નજીર કરીને છે. એનો એક સારો શેર છે કે હું મારા હાથ ફેલાવું તો તારી ખુદાઈ દૂર નથી, પણ હું માગું અને તું આપે એ મને મુજને મંજૂર નથી. એટલે એમ કે આજના આપણા વક્તાઓ પાસેથી કે મહેમાનો પાસેથી આપણે કંઈ માગવાનું જ નથી. એ એમનો જે જ્ઞાનનો ભંડાર છે, જ્ઞાનનો સાગર છે એ વહાવશે અને એ સાગરમાં જ આપણે એ જ્ઞાનની સરિતામાં જ આપણે નાહવાનું છે અને આપણે જ્ઞાન અનુભવ મેળવવાનો છે. આજના જે મહેમાનો પધારેલા છે અને જે વક્તાઓ પધાર્યા છે એ દરેક વ્યક્તિ બહુ પ્રતિષ્ઠિત છે. અને એક થોમસ કુલરનું સરસ વાક્ય છે કે પ્રતિષ્ઠા અને નિરાંત એ ભાગ્યે જ સહ્યા સંગીની બને છે. એટલે તમે એમ વિચારતો કે હું આખો દિવસ ઘરમાં પડેલું મારા નામના આમ ફોટા છપાઈને છાપા છપાઈને બહાર તાળીઓ પડે તે શક્ય નથી. તમારે પ્રતિષ્ઠા મેળવવી હોય તો નિરાંતને છોડવી પડે, અથાગ પરિશ્રમ કરવો પડે અને એ રીતે તમે જીવનમાં આગળ આવી શકો અને તમને પ્રતિષ્ઠા મળે. તો આજના જે મહેમાનો આપણી પાસે બેઠેલા છે ડાયસ ઉપર અને જે વક્તાઓ આવવાના છે એ બધા બહુ પ્રતિષ્ઠિત માણસો છે. એમણે પોતાનું નિરાંત ફેમિલી બધો સમય છોડીને અથાગ પ્રયત્ન દ્વારા સ્ટેજ ઉપર પહોંચ્યા છે. તો આપ સૌને એટલી વિનંતી કે એમના જ્ઞાનનો લાભ લો. એટલે આપણે મેં આગળ કીધું આપણે કંઈ માગવા નથી, આપણે વક્તાઓ પાસે કંઈ ના માગીએ, પણ કોઈને માગવું હોય તો સતીશ શર્મા સાહેબ માગી શકે છે. થેન્ક યુ. આભાર.
Of knowledge and goodness over ignorance and negativity. It signifies the commencement of a promising endeavor. Before we begin with the light lampening ceremony, I would request Chairman Conference Advocate Diresh T. Shah sir to please come over at the podium and address the gathering.
Good morning, everybody.
A very good morning, sir.
President of All Gujarat Federation of Tax Consultants, C.A. Vishweshah. President of Income Tax Bar Association, C.A. Sridhar Shah. Our esteemed chief guest, Honorable Shri Jayantbhai Patel, former Justice, Gujarat High Court and Karnataka High Court. Our esteemed guest of honor, Honorable Shri Satish Sharma, Principal Chief Commissioner of Income Tax, Gujarat. Chairman of the Conference Committee, C.A. Bakul Shah, valued office bearers of all Gujarat Federation of Tax Consultants and Income Tax Bar Association, esteemed guests, members and friends. It is a matter of great pleasure and privilege for all of us to come together today on the occasion of 6th edition of 2 days conclave. The event provides us with a valuable opportunity to share knowledge, exchange idea and engage in enriching discussion that will guide us through the ever-evolving landscape of the taxation. First and foremost, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to our chief guest, Honorable Justice Jayantbhai Patel, former Justice of the Gujarat High Court and Karnataka High Court, who has graciously accepted our invitation and taken time out of his busy schedule to be with us today. His exceptional contribution to the judiciary and his insight into justice and fairness have inspired many many lawyers and many others. And I am confident that his words today will motivate us to approach to work with a renewed dedication and commitment. At the same time, I am truly honored to welcome guests of honor, Shri Satish Sharma ji, the Principal Chief Commissioner of Income Tax, Gujarat. Shri Satish Sharma ji is a remarkable individual whose extensive experience in exceptional leadership have contributed immensely to the field of taxation. His commitment to the highest standard of professionalism and transparent approach have earned him the admiration of all peers and tax community of the country. Satish Sharma is a very straightforward person and remains single without any ego. There is an unique quality in him that he never loses his temper. મેં એમને કોઈ ગુસ્સે થતા જોયા જ નથી. હું કેટલા વર્ષોથી ઓળખું છું. અહીં પહેલાં આવ્યા ઓફિસે ત્યારથી કોઈ બી બાબત હોય, કોઈ કામ હોય, ક્રિકેટની રમત હોય, રેડો પાડવાની હોય, રેડો પાડવા જતા હતા, પણ ગુસ્સે થયા એવું ક્યાંથી દાખલો મળ્યો નથી. And above all, he is very fond of cricket. I know Satish Sharma since decades, right from the posting of A group and reaching at the present post, Principal of Chief Commissioner of Income Tax. He has always been soft-spoken, noble person with amazing talent in decision making. I have seen him as a man of tireless and dedicated to duty. Not only this, but he is possessed utmost wisdom in understanding the problem faced by the officer as well as by the bar. I am incredibly proud of him for his spotless services throughout the entire career. Shri Satish Sharma knowledge and positive outlook has greatly influenced the direction of the Income Tax Department in Gujarat. His work has fostered the environment of collaboration where professionals and taxpayers alike feel supported. His deep understanding of taxation coupled with his ability to stay calm and positive under pressure is a testament to his exemplary leadership. It is indeed a matter of great pleasure for all of us that the government is actively working towards simplifying the taxation law. We hope these changes will result in a system where taxpayers are treated with dignity and respect, reducing unnecessary hassles and inconveniences. The focus on simplifying taxation is an important step in ensuring that compliance is not only easier and also efficient for everyone. In this year, as we look forward new financial year, there will be undoubtedly numerous opportunities for us to expand our knowledge and keep ourselves updated in the ever-changing world of taxation. It is essential that we as a professional continuously adapt to meet the challenges of the hour, particularly as we face new processes like faceless assessment and appeals. We all are aware that government policy is firmly built up on the pillar of ease of doing. And ease of doing business as a tax professionals, we play an essential role in ensuring that these principles are reflected in our work also. By continuously striving for efficiency, clarity, and fairness, we can contribute to create a tax environment that both exclusive and effective user-friendly. This conclave has been thoughtfully designed to offer us wealth of learning opportunity. Over the couples of 2 days, it encourages all of us to embrace the mindset of the student regarding our years of experience. We must remain lifetime team learners and every involved in ever-evolving field of taxation. It is through continuous learning that we can ensure that we stay ahead of the curve and provide the best possible service to our client and society. The government focus on building trust with taxpayers is truly commendable. It is often said that revenue comes only if there is an income, and thus it is a crucial that we support economic growth along with tax collection. By fostering an atmosphere of trust and cooperation, we can ensure that the tax system not only generates revenue but also promotes growth, fairness and opportunity. I thank you very much.
In keeping with Indian tradition, we begin our inaugural session by invoking the blessings of the Almighty. मैं हमारे समस्त गणमान्य अतिथि गणों को आमंत्रित करना चाहूँगी कि वह दीप प्रज्वलित की प्रक्रिया के लिए आगे बढ़े और हम आह्वान करें उस ईश्वरीय शक्ति का हमारे जीवन से हर विघ्न को हटा देने के लिए। सभी श्रोताओं से आदर अनुरोध है कि प्रार्थना वंदना के लिए I am blessed to extend a warm welcome to our chief guest of the event, Honorable Mr. Justice Jayantbhai M. Patel, Honorable Justice, Gujarat and Karnataka High Court. I request Advocate Dheeraj Shah Sir, Chairman Conference, and Secretary Advocate Mrudang Vakil Sir, AGFTC, to welcome Sir with a book. Let us all give a big round of applause and welcome Sir. Sir, we heartily welcome you here. I now request CA Dr. Vishwesha Sir, President AGFTC, to present a memento to Sir. Let us put our hands together. I now request CA Bakul Shah Sir, Chairman Convention, and Secretary CA Kenan Satyavadi Sir, to present our guest of honor, Shri Satish Sharma Sir, with a book. Let us please give them a big round of applause. We would also welcome Sir by presenting him with a memento at the hands of C.A. Sridhar Shah Sir, President ITBA. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Sir. I now take immense pleasure to share with each one of you present here about the noteworthy event of Tax Conclave 2025, which is unveiling of Income Tax Bar Association Journal, IT Mirror, mouthpiece of Income Tax Bar Association for all our dear participants as well as the members by the ITBA. IT Mirror, a legal journal, has a significant part to play in the development and understanding of the law, thereby stimulating the reader's capacity to discuss legal problems, and eventually there is one man whose untiring efforts have led to the timely publication of the issue. Let us put our hands together for the President of the IT Bar Association, Sridhar Shah Sir. Let's put our hands together for the fantastic service rendered by him. The sheer hard work of C.A. Sridhar Shah Sir and Chairman Conference Dhiresh Shah Sir for publishing the IT Mirror issue is commendable. We thank you both for your tireless efforts. Tax Gurjari, a journal publication of all Gujarat Federation of Tax Consultants, is a vision of Mr. Hiren Vakil Sir. It is about informing the legal mind and cultivating a comparative study of law. Tax Gurjari is Sir's vision and sheer hard work, which has surely added one more feather in the cap of the Federation. Sir deserves all the compliments for putting untiring efforts and showing explicit enthusiasm for bringing out this issue of Tax Gurjari. With a large round of applause, I request everyone on the dais to unveil the IT Mirror and Tax Gurjari at the Tax Conclave 2025. There's a special mention. IT Mirror edition of this year has all the articles which have been written by women. We began this last year and the same practice has been continued this year too. So we are giving a lot of power to the women to come forward, put their words right out into the world to be accepted, appreciated and put into practice. I would now attempt at introducing our guest of honor, Honorable Justice Satish Sharma Sir. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to introduce Mr. Satish Sharma Sir, a distinguished member of the Indian Revenue Service IRS from the 1989 batch. A name synonymous with expertise and leadership in the Indian Revenue Service. Mr. Sharma brings with him a wealth of experience, having served across diverse roles and locations including Mumbai, Jaipur and Ahmedabad. His deep understanding of complex tax matters, particularly in the areas like international taxation and the prohibition of Benami property transaction, is evident in his contributions to numerous CBDT committees. He has played a crucial role in shaping key legislative amendments and operational procedures, making him a true authority in this field. Sir brings along not only extensive knowledge but also a practical approach to addressing complex challenges, making him a valuable asset to the Indian Revenue Service. Mr. Sharma has held numerous key positions, culminating in his role as the Principal Chief Commissioner of the Income Tax Gujarat. Let us put our hands together and welcome our distinguished guest, Principal Chief Commissioner of Income Tax Gujarat, Mr. Satish Sharma Sir.
Good morning,
Very good morning, sir.
respected Justice Patel, other dignitaries on the dais, and friends. It is indeed a big privilege and proud moment for me to be standing here on the occasion of this prestigious conclave organized by two of the most respected professional bodies, that is All Gujarat Federation of Tax Consultants and Income Tax Bar Association, Ahmedabad. I think some of the brightest minds in the field of taxation are sitting here, so it really makes me proud. Both these associations have been they have been very, very important in shaping the tax administration scape of the department, because of the country rather, I would say, because they have been constantly giving us very, very important, crucial feedbacks. Not only they are giving crucial feedback in policy making, but they are doing exemplary work in increasing the tax awareness, which is one of the most important area in growth of our nation. I am very happy to be here, not only proud, but I am very happy to be here because, as Direshbhai said, I started my career as rookie assistant commissioner from Ahmedabad. That was long back. In fact, my Ahmedabad tenure has been like a long conclave for me, in which I learned from a lot of your members. I mean, I can see some of the very, very senior faces, I'm so respectful to them. They have taught us a lot, because unless we get some good representation before us, unless we get ideas from the other side, we cannot grow. So, thank you Ahmedabad for that. It has been a very, very long gap since I joined here as assistant commissioner and now as principal chief commissioner. It has been a long journey. So whenever the day I come back to Ahmedabad, a lot of things keep rolling in my mind. The city has changed so much. The department has changed so much. In fact, the incidents and office experiences of those times also keep coming to my mind. And I really wonder whether the city has changed more or the department has changed more. So I asked Dr. Vishwesh what topic you would like me to speak on. So he said, it's an open field. So it's very difficult when you do not have any goal, you will keep running without a goal. So I thought it may be of some interest for the young members if I can share my experience of 35 years in the department, what has changed, because they would not be knowing about it, and at the same time for senior members, they will rekindle their memories. So 1990 was also an year in which some of the major tax breaks had come in the budget, just like this year. So that time the limit of taxable income was 18,000, which was increased to 22,000. So now it is of course 12 lakhs. The number of taxpayers filing return that time was around 40 lakhs. This year already the number of return filers has crossed 9 crores. And the tax base, the people in whose case there is some tax event, maybe deduction of TDS, that has crossed 15.5 crores. So from 40 lakh to, the tax collection at that time was just 10,000 crore. This year we are going to cross 22 lakh crores. Surcharge that time used to be on income above 50,000, which was increased as a very big soap to 75,000. So these are few figures which are very interesting to note. Then of course the contribution of direct tax in the for the Indian government was very low. We were just 20% of total tax revenue of the government of India. 80% was coming, 4 times was coming from indirect taxes. Now we are 60%. So we are 1.5 times that of indirect taxes. Of course, this is a sign of development, because in any developed economy it is expected that the collection of direct taxes, where the taxes are shared as per capacity of a person, a sign of development. So it's really, really good for the society. That time, the entire office used to be a maze of files where you used to walk in. Sometimes the files will touching you. Now it is totally e-environment. In fact, I remember that time, in Narayan Chamber, my first posting was in Narayan Chamber. That time there was no telephones also, no vehicles for us. Now assistant commissioners are provided with vehicles. And there were no telephone connection were only through our operator. So one Friday evening, late evening, I was sitting in the office. And when I left my office, I realized that the office was closed from the outside. And it was a Friday. So there was no way to connect outside world. First, office was on first floor, so I took a pipe and then got down. So that is how the office environment and everything has changed. Processing time, of course, that time it was more than 1 year, and if the case was coming under scrutiny, then processing was not done. In fact, it was a contentious issue whether processing should be done when a case was selected for scrutiny or not. That also was a contentious issue. Now the processing time has come down to 10 days. Average time of processing now is just 10 days, despite handling such a huge volume of 9 crore returns. There have been days when more than 60 to 70 lakh returns have been received on one single day. That is the power of the system which the department has come up with. I mean, if you just see the staggering volume, to have this kind of system is exemplary. I mean, the other countries are also in awe with this. That time, the selection of scrutiny was all manual. It was all discretion based. Now there are hardly any cases which are selected manually. Everything is automated. The environment has totally changed. But the most important change, which according to me has come more than at that time, the department was purely perceived as an enforcement department. Now it is primarily a service department. Very small part of the department is now enforcement department. That is the biggest change, according to me, which I have seen in last 35 years. Of course, assessment procedure, earlier there used to be long hours of waiting for the professionals in the offices, large number of rounds even for getting refunds. All that has changed. First we came to e-assessment, and then we changed it to faceless assessment. So those useless wastage of time of professional has certainly is now past. Now, if we see that despite the tax rate that time was 60%, in fact, I myself have paid tax at the rate of 60%. So, despite tax rate coming down, the growth of budget has been unprecedented. So, what are the reasons? If we sometimes think about it, then probably one of the reasons is trust-based system. There is nothing like trust. You have trust in somebody, and most of the time it will be repaid. So this trust which department deposed in the taxpayers and the professional has really worked very well. That is one reason, and role of professional has been exemplary in that. I really would like to appreciate that on behalf of my department. Second, of course, is automation. So now you all are dealing with a totally automated system. You are seeing certain things, but what is happening behind that may be of some interest to you. So I thought I will try to give some milestone and some data regarding our computerization process. The most important milestone was, the first important milestone was e-filing, which started in 2009 in a graded stage so that people can adapt it, professionals can adopt it. And 2019 now it is complete e-filing. Another major change has been CPC TDS, which came in 2013. When the e-filing started and the tax credit was coming from the TDS return, the biggest challenge which everyone was facing was that in large number of cases, because the credit was not coming, demand was raised. In very, very large number of cases, processing demand was being generated. So, that time I was CIT TDS Rajasthan 2 years, and then 2 years I was CIT TDS Mumbai. So I played a very active role in shaping up our new TDS regime. It was really my fortune, I would say, because this is one department where I thought I could really contribute. So our approach in the discussion, we thought that TDS is something which assessees are doing for us. So the department's approach has to be to help them in all possible ways. In 4 years of my tenure in CIT TDS, not a single survey I did for finding out whether the TDS should be deducted under 1494C or 194J, because it's all useless. I mean, you give clarification and people will invoke the right provision. The only thing which was not acceptable to us was deducting tax but not paying it to the government. Because that not only is depriving government, but that is creating problem for very large number of taxpayers whose tax is deducted. Because the demand is coming in their cases. So when in 2013 this CPC TDS came, along with that, one important change which we brought was 234E, late filing fees of TDS return, and then we launched prosecution for non-payment of TDS. And I'm sorry. The timely filing of TDS return in 2013 was just 35%, and timely payment of TDS was just about 40%. So by 2017, both had crossed 95%. So, I mean, large number of people, including our own officers, used to rush to the assessing officers for rectifying their demand. So, once we were discussing it, and I said that if somebody has claimed TDS, then 99% chances claim is correct. The demand is coming because either the director has not filed return or he has not paid taxes. So we started a process in which after few months we processed all the returns on our own for rectification. And about 8 lakh cases demand was reduced to nil. So some of you may remember that suddenly the demand for which you were preparing 154, the demand had gone. So these are very small, these would look very small steps, but they had significant impact on the taxpayer services. Of course, it is a continuous process, there is infinite scope of improvement, but the system has been playing wonders. Another very important part of our system is our project, of which you may probably not know, is data warehouse and business intelligence. It is also called Insight. So I am lucky to be associated with that project also. So what Insight is doing, data warehousing, now department is collecting information from very large number of external and internal sources. There is information generated from internal sources like CPC, processing, CPC TDS, returns of other persons. Then there are some agencies whom we are sharing data like GST, custom. Then there is a provision of SFT, specified transactions के जो returns आते हैं. So overall about 150, more than 150 forms पे information is being received. There are about 35,000 of 35,000 persons who are filing SFT. The volume of data, that also is very interesting to note. Last year we got about 280 lakh records only from TDS. 280 lakh records. And around 220 lakh records we got from SFT. About 15 lakh crore records we got from GST. So only these three sources make it more than 500 lakh crore of records. The total volume of transactions in TDS itself is also an eye-opener. Earlier, you will remember that people were hardly showing interest even from FD, forget about saving bank. The total FD interest which is now populated last year was more than 8 lakh crores. The saving bank account itself was more than 1,30,000 crores. The total salary captured in TTS return was 40 lakh crores. The dividend was more than 5 lakh crores. So the data of 60 lakh crore receipt under only these 3-4 heads was captured. Our GDP last year was about 300 lakh crores. So more than 20% of GDP transactions were captured only through TDS. So this is extremely important for both efficient and effective administration, and at the same time giving great ease to the taxpayers. I mean, the returns are populated. More than 55 sources ki information is now populated in return. Some 2,500 overall columns are affected in different, all 7 returns through AIS. Earlier, we used to rush to the bank to find out what interest we have received in last 1 year. Now everything is, we are getting at tips. Transactions of share, mutual fund, everything we are getting on tips. So it is giving great ease and extremely important step towards voluntary compliance, which is one of the major thrust of the department. Then again, now I will come to the approach. Can I have some water? Earlier, as I said, 87, 88, almost 100% cases were done under scrutiny. When we joined, it was about 5%. Now, the scrutiny selection has reduced very substantially. Last year, only 45,000 cases out of 9 crore returns was taken under cash. Of course, you will see a large number of notices under 148. But that also was about 1,15,000 for the country, which is a very small number. So what we have been doing is we are trying to nudge. We are trying to tell people that please, these are the facts and please file your return. So the system has risk management facility through which, based on transactions, we apply some formula and try to find out what should be income of a person for these kind of transactions. So first stage is for non-filers, that is called NMS, non-filer management system. So the persons having significant transactions but not filing return, they are giving SMSs, mails, and then finally if the returns are not filed, they are pushed to the department. Then there are assessees who have filed their returns, but their income looks significantly lower than it should be based on the transactions. So that is called e-Sahayog campaign. Then there is a significant transactions of higher category where we are nudging people to pay advance tax because we know that their advance tax is low as compared to what it should be. They are all done in automated manner. Then also we are not taking case for scrutiny, then it is going to e-verification. E-verification also, there is another opportunity to give reply and get out of the scrutiny. Only when all these things are not responded to, then also not every case is selected for scrutiny, because then the number will be very, very high. Then again risk parameters are run, and very, very small percentage of cases which as per system are probably the bigger defaulters. In those cases, information is pushed for 147 or for scrutiny. So this is how now the system is operating. We are trying to get our data cleaner, because that is one challenge. Because finally, the data has to be converted into revenue. And in all this thing, by voluntary compliance. That is the biggest objective of the department. So new sources of data we are trying to find. Earlier the data which was being received was very, very unclean. Now there have been processes through which the data is cleaned, so that now it is more actionable. I mean, all these steps, the direct effect of these campaigns itself, which was quantifiable, was about 65,000 crores. The vision and mission of ITD, which is like documented, is to partner in the nation building process through progressive tax policy, efficient and effective administration, and improved voluntary compliance. So what I have spoken is about efficient and effective administration and improved voluntary compliance. When it comes to progressive tax policy, so you would have seen large number of progressive amendments which have come through all these years. And one of the major steps has been now simplification, for which the bill has already been placed before the Parliament, that it has gone to standing committee. This is a major step where, since policy changes have been introduced in the budgets, the major thrust of new bill is to simplify the language, exclude the redundancy, make it concise and more understandable. For this, the government is very open. We are continuously seeking feedback from everyone. Before bill also, the exercise was done. In fact, about 22,000 suggestions also were received before the bill was prepared. Of course, the time was very short, because if we see, I mean, again, here the department has done well, will be clear from the fact that similar exercise has taken place for other countries like Australia and England. In Australia, it started new income tax bill started in 1994, and the work was finished in 1997. It took 4 years. In England, one act was converted into 5 acts. Exercise started in 1994, finished in 2010. It took 16 years. So against that backdrop, and the number of sections, number of words, everything, length of the act has substantially increased in those countries. In our case, we have been able to reduce the length of the act substantially, and it has been completed in 6 months. So it has been a very, very commendable job. Now we will really need input from people like you who have experience. So if you can suggest what are the changes which can still bring litigation. So those suggestions will really be very effective. Policy changes you can always suggest, but then right now the focus is on language and simplification, structure. Something is not missing. So if your associations can give us some sort of feedback on that, it will be very, very useful. In fact, I will not only Income Tax Act, but I will always, as head of the department for the state of Gujarat, I will always welcome all the suggestions, because as I said, no individual is perfect, no system is perfect. There is always a scope of improvement. Unless we get feedback, unless we recognize our mistake, we can never improve. So wherever you think, you feel that, I'm not talking about individual cases. I'm talking about, again, policy level. This is the procedure, this is the process which is creating problem in large number of cases. Because we all have limited time. So it is better that we focus on systemic changes which bring relief to very large number of taxpayers. So those are very welcome, and in fact, this is a very good platform for me to request you for that. Now, when I was seeing this list of speakers of this conclave and the subjects covered, I would say that the participants are really lucky because the speakers are really, really knowledgeable. I mean, looking to their names, I wish I also could attend these sessions. The subjects have been chosen so carefully. For Dr. Girish Ahuja, I think the subject is new versus old income tax bill. And the two topics for special emphasis which have been taken is capital gain and charitable trust. So charitable trust, taxation of charitable trust is one chapter where maximum changes have been made in the, and I was part of the drafting, so it would be really interest to me what feedback we get from him. In this, these were the most complicated provision in income tax department because the provisions relating to taxation of charitable trust was spread over 6 different chapters, from definition to taxation and then dissolution. So all those have been brought together. Redundancies, registration process was so complicated, it is brought in the form of a table. Headings have been very, very appropriate. So it has been made very easy understanding. But some of the policy decisions also are required probably to simplify it. So I don't know whether they will be considered now or not, but they are always welcome. Then another very interesting topic I found was TDS on cross-border transaction and reporting of foreign assets. Reporting of foreign assets has drawn our attention, special attention last year. Earlier the Black Money Act, like it's a very, very stringent law, everybody knows, and the taboo attached with Black Money Act is altogether different. So normally one would not like to be soft on these, but with the experience we learned that in large number of cases the problem of reporting is because of ignorance and the penalties are very heavy. So last year in this budget, the penalty for not reporting, for that the threshold has been increased from 5 lakh to 20 lakhs. And earlier, only if you did not file details of deposit in bank account, then you were exempt from penalty below this threshold. This time it has been expanded to other assets also. So now for reporting requirement and penal provision, the law has been substantially relaxed. Then we thought that also probably is not enough. So for the first time the campaign has been launched. जिन लोगों के foreign assets, again I will tell you about how the data are being captured. There are basically two major sources of data acquired by the department about foreign assets. One is CRS, Common Reporting Standards, and the other is FATCA. So about 120 countries now are sharing data of assets of other countries. So that data is now again going to our inside business, and then from there whether the return it is shown or not, and all those things are matched. So according to the system, the persons who have failed to disclose these assets, they were sent email. Then for the first time, investigation which is generally confined to the office, because they generally do not interact. As DG Investigation Pune, we were asked to go to the field and tell people about what can be done to improve this compliance. And in fact, the figures here are again staggering. Around 29,000 crore as 29,000 returns have been revised. And the assets which have been disclosed as a result of this revision is also about 30,000 crore. Around 7,500, 7,000 odd returns, my status has been changed. Because as residents, they were coming within the ambit of, so I am really happy that you are also taking this campaign of government ahead. One more thing which I would like professionals to do is department is trying to give best possible service, voluntary compliance. But I always feel from the beginning of my career that what is the difference? Why? Some very small crimes, it is very easy to punish them. एक जेब कतरे ने बस के अंदर किसी का पर्स काट लिया, उसको जेल भी हो जाती है. बाकी लोग सोचते हैं कि इसने बहुत गलत काम किया, 2 थप्पड़ भी मार देते हैं. बट इनकम टैक्स इवेजन is so acceptable. So if any practice is acceptable in the society, then you make any law, it can never be enforced. So please try to create an environment where tax evasion is considered wrong. It is unacceptable to the society. Then only probably the situation of the tax compliance will really improve. So that is one request. Wherever you go, wherever you meet, you can do that. And finally, I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity to interact with you. I am sure all the participants will go wiser from here. Thank you.
Insightful and illuminating address. So you began your speech showcasing immense gratitude, an attribute which is so rare in the current scenario. The journey from 10 lakh to 22 lakh crores was worth a year, sir. We are honored to have had an opportunity to learn from your insights, which are definitely invaluable. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for sir's enlightening address. Esteemed dignitaries, distinguished guests, and members of the legal fraternity, it is with profound respect and immense privilege that I introduce to you Mr. Justice Jayantbhai M. Patel, sir, a luminary of the Indian judiciary. Sir's illustrious career is a testament to his unwavering commitment to the principles of justice and advancement of legal scholarship. Born in Veraval, Gujarat, his trajectory has been marked by exceptional academic achievement and a profound dedication to public service. His tenure on the bench, culminating in his role as acting Chief Justice of the Gujarat High Court, was characterized by the delivery of over 3,000 landmark judgments spanning a diverse array of legal domains. He has been the recipient of prestigious accolades, including a distinguished fellowship from the Institute of Directors and membership in the IC Center for Governance, both under the aegis of the esteemed former Chief Justice of India, Justice M.N. Venkatacharya. As a life member of the Indian Council of Arbitration and highly regarded arbitrator and consultant, Justice Patel continues to contribute significantly to the evolution of the legal landscape. We are deeply honored to welcome this distinguished jurist to Ahmedabad today. Please give sir a big round of applause. A conclave is a celebration of knowledge and enlightenment, and here I take the privilege in welcoming Mr. Justice Jayantbhai Patel, sir, who has graciously consented to be the keynote speaker. All yours for your address, and I welcome you to grace the podium.
Mr. Satish Sharma ji, Principal Commissioner of Income Tax, CA Dr. Vishwesh Shah, the President of All Gujarat Federation of Tax Consultant, Mr. Sridhar Shah, the President of Income Tax Bar Association, C.A. Bakul Aisha, Chairman of the Convention Committee, Advocate Mr. Diresh Shah, Chairman of the Conference, all office bearers of both the association, the other dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, good morning to everybody. As the judges, of course, we get less opportunity to express our views, but we are more comfortable when it is amongst the audience is an intellectual class connected with the legal fraternity. So when Mr. Diresh Shah inquired about the convenience, I said that I would be happy to share my few words. The earlier speakers, and more particularly Principal Income Tax Commissioner, has said about important data and the development in the field of taxation. I would say that the principles of taxation in the recent days comprises of 7 principles. I am not referring to that Chanakya's principle where, as per Chanakya, it was said that the tax proportion should be 1/6 of the income. That would be around 16+%. And he also said that the king should extract the tax from the public or their subject like a honeybee. But nowadays things are different. The developments are there, and we are under the control of the Constitution of India, so we have to meet with that standard. The first principle in the taxation is that there should be a fairness in the taxation. I am referring to these principles where the public or the citizen would voluntarily agree for payment of tax. The equity principles emphasizes fairness in how taxes are applied to the individual and the businesses. The core idea is that the people should pay taxes based on their ability to contribute. This means higher the income, individuals should pay larger proportion of their income and taxes, while those having lower income should pay less. This is a progressive taxation, and it varies from the field to field, but generally I can say that even in the present scenario, that is being maintained. The second aspect is the predictability and stability, namely certainty principle. The certainty principle ensures that the taxes are predictable. Taxpayer should clearly understand when, how, and how much they need to pay. Stable and transparent tax rules foster trust and help businesses and individuals to plan their finances without uncertainty. Clear tax rules should be there. The rules and the regulations should be straightforward, leaving no room for confusion or ambiguity. The stable policies should be there. The government should avoid frequent changes in the tax laws. Regular sudden changes can confuse and disrupt the economy. For example, the business prefers tax systems where they know their obligations well in advance, allowing them to plan their budget and investment accordingly. Of course, so far as our country is concerned, there are a body constituted for advance ruling. Suppose a foreign body has to start business and they are in dilemma that what level of tax would be there, then they can have it. But there, the minimum requirement is much above 1,000 crore. And it's not an available source so far as the ordinary citizens are concerned. The third principle, as per my view, is that there should be efficient tax system. An efficient tax system minimizes unnecessary cost for both taxpayers and the government. They aims to collect enough revenue for the public services without causing excessive burden or the economic inefficiencies. High administrative cost can take away from the resources that should be used for public project. Revenue generation, the main goal of taxation is to fund the government operations and the public services like education, healthcare and infrastructure. Low administrative cost, that is tax system, should be cost effective, meaning the government should avoid spending too much on the tax collection process. For instance, simplifying tax filing process helps the business and the individual can comply easily, reducing to overall cost of tax administration. The fourth principle is that there should be a flexibility adapting to the economic condition. The flexible tax system can adjust to the changing economic situations, ensuring that the government has enough fund during the economic downturn and does not overburden taxpayer during the economic booms. The flexibility is essential for maintaining the balance between the growth and the sustainability. Economic cycles of the taxes should be adjusted based on the current state of economy. For instance, during the boom, taxes may be lowered to encourage spending. During recession, there may be increased to raise the fund for essential services. The temporary adjustments, namely that the government might offer tax breaks or incentive during tough times to help to stimulate the recovery. For example, many government reduces tax during the time of economic expansion to encourage consumer spending, while they may raise taxes slightly in a recession to support the welfare program. That we have seen in the COVID period, even our government to a great extent had followed that principle. The fifth principle is that simplicity, easy to understand and comply with. A tax system should be easy for both taxpayer and the administrator to understand. When the people can easily calculate their tax liabilities and follow filing procedure, compliance rates increase and administrative burdens decrease. Clear instruction should be there. The tax laws and filing procedure should be written in a simple language without complex jargon. Easy compliance should be there. Taxpayers should be able to understand their tax obligations easily, reducing their risk of mistakes or fraud. For example, a flat tax system or a simplified flat tax forms can make it easier for the individual to comply with their tax obligations, especially for those who are not tax expert. Now, this is one of the aspects where one of the lawyer conveyed to me that so far as the citizens are concerned, they personally feel that the process or the tax system is such where it is beyond the understanding of a common man. More particularly when the tax is to be calculated, there is no problem. But whether deduction, X deduction is available or not, or whether X expenses are available or not, for that I would suggest that a body, a professional body of the tax consultant can route through the State Legal Services Authority for providing a space where any citizen, if he is desirous to get the guidance of the tax consultant on this aspect, the same can be made available. Because to my knowledge, the problem of understanding the tax structure is not for the purpose of calculation of the tax, but it is mainly for the purpose of deductions and the expenses, whether they are deductible from the income or not. And the center, if through State Legal Services Authority, if it is routed through High Court, I am sure that it will be a blessing so far as those persons who are having a borderline income or who are having not that much income, they can be benefited by the system. This is just a suggestion. When the professional body is there, I am just drawing the attention. The sixth principle is that providing fair value, the benefit principle. The benefit principle suggests that the taxes should be aligned with the benefits of the individual to receive from public service provided by the government. In other words, individuals who gain more from the public service should contribute a large share of the tax to support those services. Direct connection, namely that the taxes you pay should reflect in the public service you use, like road, police or special services. The user's fee, some services like toll roads already follow the principles, whereas where the users pay directly for the benefit they receive. For instance, a road usage taxes or the fuel taxes often follow the benefit principle. The more you derive or consume fuel, more you contribute to the maintenance of the road. So far as toll taxes are concerned, I think government has also introduced one of the best mode of FASTag. And because if the FASTag is there, there will be a little chance of manipulation, and you utilize that road and pay the tax. The seventh principle is that there should be diversity, a broad-based tax system. A diverse tax system ensures that revenue is raised from variety of sources, reducing reliance on any one type of tax. This spares a tax burden more evenly across the different sectors of the economy and makes the system more resilient to the economic shift. Broad-based tax includes various types of income tax, sales tax, corporate tax, property tax to ensure stability. New tax sources, the government should consider introducing taxes on emerging industries or previously untaxed area to expand the tax base. For example, the taxes on the digital transactions, online purchases, or environment tax on pollution of a newer ways of government to diversify this tax system. All these principles which I suppose to a great extent are considered, but still there is a role or a room available for improving the tax structure. As the professional body, of course, you are going to discuss the different subjects which I have seen in your conclave. But one of the aspects which may be considered by the professional body is that in what manner some modification or some room is provided which can simplify the tax structure and it creates an atmosphere of the trust. Of course, since last few years one can say that there are changes in the income tax system, and because of this online transactions, online filing of returns, refund and everything is simplified to the great extent, but still there is a room to improve the system. As Mr. Satish Sharma has said that you do not consider the seriousness when there is a income tax avoidance. But I think, of course, the government initially has started appreciating those who are honest taxpayer since many years. But in other countries, if you compare with the other countries, in these certain developed countries, we do not have social security. National pension scheme is there, but in the other countries, to a great extent, suppose in US or in Canada during COVID period, the government extended the benefit of providing certain monetary fund only to those who were paying tax return, who were paying income tax. So some sort of encouragement will be there for the tax payer also. Of course, the argument is that in comparison to the number of population we have and the tax returns are being filed by the people is very less. But at the same time, if some sort of encouragement is there for the taxpayer, I would say that it would add the atmosphere of trust amongst the honest taxpayer. I am talking to honest taxpayer. That it would create an atmosphere of trust amongst the honest taxpayer, and then possibly we may be able to realize that the one who is not paying tax, or rather not paying income tax, is not properly respected in the society. The other subjects you have, of course, discussed, you are to discuss, and there will be, you have rightly said, as a Gnan Ganga, more knowledge will be there and more discussion. These are when the complex subjects are there, it is always better that they are being deliberated and views are exchanged, and finally some new innovative ideas or some new vision is brought on record. At this conclave, I thank you very much to all organizers of the function, and please continue such type of activity so that you may get more, by exploring this you may get more knowledge, and resultantly you may be in a position to better serve to your client and the public at large. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity.
Our chief guest, Honorable Mr. Justice Jayantbhai Patel, sir. Let us all give him a standing ovation for his thought-provoking speech, aligning all the important principles. Sir, we thank you from the bottom of our heart for your address. Ladies and gentlemen, the renowned tax guru and the eminent speaker for our first technical session, Girish Ahuja sir, has graced us with his presence. Let us give him a warm welcome with a huge round of applause. Sir, we are honored by your presence. We are also privileged to have amongst us Chief Commissioner Administrative Vijay sir, and I would request Advocate Praful Shah sir to kindly present him with a book. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Vijay sir. We wish to recognize the remarkable achievement of CA Purushottam Khandelwal sir, who has been re-elected to the Central Committee members of the ICAI for the second term. This re-election is a testament of his dedication and the trust placed in his leadership. Unfortunately, due to a conference of ICAI in Delhi, he is unavailable to be with us here today. We extend our congratulations to him and recognize his continued commitment to the ICAI. I would now request our Chief Guest, Honorable Justice Mr. Jayantbhai Patel sir, to felicitate Advocate Dhiresh T. Shah sir, Chairman Conference, followed by ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for sir. Followed by CA Bakul Aisha sir, Chairman Convention Committee. Dr. Vishwesh Shah sir, President AG FTC. Kindly come forward next. And CA Sridhar Shah sir, President ITBA. I now request our guest of honor, Honorable Shri Satish Sharma sir, to felicitate Advocate Ashutosh Thakkar sir, Senior Vice President, AGFTC. Followed by Advocate Mridang Vakil sir, Secretary, AGFTC. And CA Kenan Satyavadi sir, Secretary, ITBA. Thank you very much, sir. It gives me immense pleasure to invite Advocate Mrudang Vakil, Sir, Secretary, AGFTC, to deliver the vote of thanks to all the dignitaries assembled here. Let us all welcome sir with a big round of applause.
President of both the association, Honorable Chief Guest, former Justice of Gujarat and Karnataka High Court, Shri Jayantbhai M. Patel, our distinguished guest of honor, Principal Commissioner of Income Tax Gujarat, Shri Satish Sharma, respected dignitaries, the esteemed, a luminary, a jewel of tax fraternity, none other than but Dr. C.A. Girish Ahuja, sir, dear members, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure and heartfelt warmth that I stand before you today to extend my profound vote of thanks as we bring to close the inaugural session of the 6th edition of two-day Tax Conclave 2025. To commence, we would like to extend our heartfelt appreciation to our chief guest, the Honorable Mr. Justice Jayantbhai M. Patel. His distinguished presence and profound insights into the field of law have not only inspired a spirit of critical dialogue amongst us, but have also set a compelling tone for the thought-provoking discussions that lie ahead over these 2 days. His contributions resonate deeply, encouraging us to explore the nuances of legal frameworks. Equally worthy of our gratitude is our esteemed guest of honor, Honorable Shri Satish Sharma. His invaluable expertise in the multifaceted domains of taxation and governance has illuminated the complexities of the issues we face. Through his clear and thought-provoking observations, Shri Sharma has enriched our conference experience, providing us with crucial perspectives that deepen our understanding of these intricate subjects. A heartfelt commendation is warranted for the organizing committee of AGFTC and ITBA. I acknowledge the exceptional input from the chairman and co-chairman, whose relentless dedication and meticulous planning have been instrumental in this important event. Your unwavering commitment to excellence deserves our highest accolades. I apologize if I overlook any specific names in my brief remarks due to time constraints. I would also like to extend my appreciation to all our esteemed speakers, panelists, and experts who will grace us with their knowledge in upcoming sessions. Additionally, I would like to recognize Sneha Mehrotra, our Master of Ceremony, whose skillful coordination has ensured the smooth conduct of today's inaugural session, which allowing us to focus on the substance of our gathering. I extend my deep sense of gratitude to press media, electronic media for their coverage of this conclave. Finally, but by no means the least, I want to convey my heartfelt thanks to each and every attendee and participant. Your enthusiasm, engagement, and passion for the discourse here are what transform conclave into truly remarkable success. Friends, before I conclude with a formal vote of thanks, I would like to share important reflections. Sir, it is often said that if any event occurs once, it may be deemed a chance occurrence. I repeat, if any event occurs once, it may be deemed a chance occurrence. If it happens second time, it can be regarded as coincidence. However, when it happens the third time, it reveals a pattern, it reveals a trademark, it reveals a brand. A testament to unwavering commitment and dedication. With this perspective in mind, I am excited and thrilled to announce the 7th consecutive tax conclave set for March 6-7, 2026 at the same venue under the esteemed auspices of AGFTC and ITBA. We encourage each of you to register and join us for what promises to be yet another outstanding event. Friends, the date is announced. Not only that, registration link is also activated. So please kindly register yourself and be a part of this glorious event. Once again, I extend my deepest gratitude to everyone present. Let us embrace the wealth of knowledge this conclave offers and ensure it is an enriching experience for us all. Thank you very much.
Sir, we do not be given a miss. A thunderous applause for both the association for such meticulous planning. To To commemorate the conclave, I invite the dignitaries sitting on the dais for a group photograph, please. The office bearers and the committee holders are requested to please move forward onto the dais for a group photograph.
Sir, please.
आओ ना भाई.
Ladies and gentlemen, with this we come to the end of the formal inauguration of the two-day tax conclave on direct and indirect taxes 2025, organized jointly by the Gujarat Federation of Tax Consultants and the Income Tax Bar Association Ahmedabad, along with the conclave supporters. In the registration kit, there is a blue belt that is required to be worn by the participants today and tomorrow for